Hey everyone, it's Mike Marshaney again, here with an interview that I did with Ann Harwell. I hope everyone is enjoying the third day of the Spring Quilt Festival online. We're going to be cutting over to an interview I did with Ann Harwell, whose quilt is featured for the Spring Quilt Festival online in just a moment. But very quickly, we're going to cut over to a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Welcome, quilters! We hope you've been enjoying the new online Quilt Fest experience. Why OLQF is free and open to the public, the team at Mancuso Show Management have put countless hours into getting everything just right. To help keep the online Quilt Fest and, when the time is right, our in-person events up and running, we are asking for a suggested admission of just $10. We've placed a link to our suggested admission page right here in the description of this video. You are free to leave more if desired, but we truly appreciate anything you can send. Thank you so much for being here with us, and we hope you are staying safe and healthy while enjoying online Quilt Fest.
Hi everyone, welcome back. Like I said, I sat down last week with Ann Harwell, whose quilt is featured for the Spring Quilt Festival online. Ann, of course, is a very famed quilter whose work has been featured at many of our quilt festivals. She's working on some really exciting projects, so we hope you guys enjoy the interview. So without further ado, here's my interview with Ann Harwell. Hey everyone, it's me, Mike Marshaney. I'm sitting here with Ann Harwell from Wendell, North Carolina. How are you today, Ann?
I'm fine. How are you?
Oh, very good. Thank you. We're happy to have you here. For the folks at home who don't know Ann Harwell, she's a very renowned quilter, and her quilt has been featured for the Spring Quilt Festival online. It's the quilt known as Tree Peony. There's a little bit of a history of us using that quilt to kind of represent a show. And why don't you tell us a little bit of history about your quilt?
It was inspired by a walk in the Juniper Level Botanical Gardens, not far from where I live. It's also called Plant Delights, and it really is Plant Delights. I probably took 100 pictures of peonies there, and this was inspired by one of those photographs that I took.
Oh, very cool. Very nice. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, we originally used Ann's quilt to promote the Quilt Fest Greenville, South Carolina show. Ann, of course, was going to come visit us in Greenville sometime last year, but we had to postpone that show. And because it's such a, encapsulates spring so well out of all these quilts that we receive, we decided to use it for the Spring Quilt Festival online as well. So that's why Ann is joining us here today. We're happy to have her here. So why don't you give the folks at home a little tour? You're broadcasting from your home in Wendell, right?
Yes, from my studio, my home studio. And so I will just take a walk around. This is my library of fabric and some of the sewing machines that I love.
Oh, very nice.
And let's see.
Now, is this what you're working on now?
This is what I'm working on now. Yes, I have one more seam and I'll be finished with the piece top. So all my work is paper piecing. This is my inventory. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, we can see. I can see it.
Okay. So I have several series that I think I need to have at least 10 in each series because I'm often asked to do shows.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's
just a small selection of awards there on your wall.
yes. And these are my sewing machines, the Juki, and the Featherweight.
Looks like you did a lot of organizing this 2020.
They have to stay that way so that I can find them.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, so was your tree peony quilt? Was that also paper piecing?
Yes, that's the only method that I use.
Oh, okay.
So, yes, it was paper piecing and free motion quilting.
What else did you like work on in 2020? What other projects did you pick up?
Well, I have a series about Jupiter, the planet. The Juno mission sent back some incredible photos
Mm-hmm.
that have been so inspiring to me. And I've even created interest with the chief of that mission to Juno,
Oh, really?
talking about giving me a show of the works at the Science Museum in Los Angeles.
Oh my goodness! Wow, that's
That's just a
outstanding.
maybe, but yeah, that's very exciting. So I worked on that. Also started making dinosaurs, something
Oh,
new,
very cool. Very cool.
and they are um, personalities. You know I've written some of their statements on the quilts.
Very cool. Very cool. Let me ask you about the Jupiter quilts. You said they were going to be featured at a museum in Los Angeles.
Maybe that's
Oh, okay.
that's that was what the Scott Bolton was working on before everything was closed.
Uh,
So it's still in the works, but I don't know when or you know.
I'm sure. Well, I'm sure they'll let you know as that comes along. Who knows? You could be your quilts could be the first ones featured on Jupiter itself sometime in the time in the near future.
Well, that would be very cool. I don't know if you've seen the photographs. They are just so phenomenal.
Well, you'll have to keep us posted on it. We certainly like seeing more of your work come into our shows. So, what type of projects are you looking to take on for 2021?
Well, I have another show in downtown Raleigh, and they would like to have my astronomy pieces. They're inspired by the Hubble
Mm-hmm.
telescope for the most part, also by the Canada, France, Hawaii telescope.
Oh, okay, very cool.
So I'm going to be making a lot of big, well, astronomy pieces should be big because because they're about space. So
Yeah, space is big. In case anybody was confused.
so just finished one called the Black Dragon Nebula,
Oh, okay,
and the
right
one
on.
I'm working on now is Flaming Star Nebula. The names are always so colorful.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely very inspiring. Um, is there anything else, or what was I want to ask? What was the name of that you're working on for the project that you showed us, the one on the
That
wall?
that is the Flaming Star Nebula,
Oh, okay.
and it's a real place in space.
I believe you. I believe. I've actually never heard of that one or the Black Dragon one. I know about the Eagle Nebula,
Right.
and I mean, because that's like one of the more like the ones with like the pillars, and
Yes,
then
the Pillars of Creation.
pillars creations, right? And then of course like Andromeda, and oh, I
Orion.
know. I'm actually quite humbled to considering I don't know all this information because I too am a big fan of space.
That's okay.
Oh, well,
Um,
we'll have to talk about getting some of your quilts at one of our shows soon. They sound outstanding.
Thank you. That would be a lovely thing to happen. I would appreciate it very much.
Well, any advice to the quilters at home who are joining us here today, Ann? Anything about quilting or inspiration?
Don't let anything stop you. That's my main advice. Um, I have to keep telling myself that. Uh, I was diagnosed with Parkinson's about 5 years ago.
Oh, really?
So I just have to keep telling myself, don't let anything stop you. Because there are so many more that I really want to make. And I hope that I hope that others feel the same. I think it's really sad when people decide to just give it all up.
Yeah, I hear you. I did not know that, but definitely very inspirational. If anybody at home who's joining us, Ann's kind of sharing her inspiration for climbing on to the next project and tackling it. And I appreciate those words of wisdom, Ann. Thank you so much for joining us here today.
Well, you're so welcome.
Well, again, everybody who was joining us, you can check out Ann's Quilt Tree Peony by just checking out the website. We hope to see more quilts from Ann in the future, and I personally look forward to seeing your work from your space and the different nebulas sometime soon.
Oh, good.
Well, Ann, again, thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to hear from you soon.
Certainly.
All right, we take care now.
Okay. Bye.
Hey, special thanks to Ann Harwell for sitting down with me and talking about all the great work she's been doing. Some really inspiring words came out of Ann during that interview, and I was truly taken aback. Her work is really inspirational, and I look forward to seeing more of her exhibits and quilts in the future. I'm really excited about that Galaxy Quilt special exhibit, so be sure to look forward to that at one of our on-site festivals coming up soon. That's it for me today and for the festival. I hope everyone's enjoying the show. Be sure to check out all the vendors and all the products that you can shop from by going to the website at onlinequiltfest.com/vendor mall. Coming up next at 3:45, David will be doing a live interview with Joe Cunningham, so we hope to see you guys then. This is Mike Marshanti signing off.